stretch with me. Today I've choreographed a class just for runners. Long distance, short distance, all of the above. I've designed a class just for you because you guys get so tight right from your feet, through your calves, through your Achilles, your hamstrings, through your hips. So we're going to spend a lot of time opening ourselves right up from the ground. Okay? With that being said, we are going to work ourselves into a broken toe pose for the base of our feet, or the plantar fascia. Right? Fascia is a type of connective tissue that runs through our body, and at the moment, lots of us get very tight in our feet. Yeah, because we don't really move them as much as we should. We're not really hobbits anymore, yeah? We don't walk around with bare feet, we walk around with shoes, which often tightens us up. Alright, so what we're going to do is spend some time breathing, relaxing, and trying to stretch that out for us. What you'll find is that if we do stretch out this connective tissue right from the ground first, we're going to get a lot more length up the chain as well. Okay, so just stay here and breathe with me for the last 10 seconds. Alright, you might be feeling something super uncomfortable in your big toe. That's okay, maybe we need to work on your big toe mobility. No, I'm not joking. Yeah. Last 2 seconds, yeah, take a breath. And slowly release yourself out of there. Alright, shake your toes around just a little bit. Now what we're going to do is actually reverse that. So you can sit with your heels together and try and sit back on them. See how that feels. If that is super comfortable, you can try and lean back a little bit. See if you can feel that stretch even more. If you can't at all and you're like, Kelly, this is not doing anything, grab your block, grab your foam roller, grab a pillow, and just bop your toes up on top of it. Try to keep your ankles quite parallel if you can. Get them to stop going out to the side, and then you're just going to sit back like that. Okay? Quite often you'll feel a really intense stretch through the front of your ankles and potentially right up the sides of your shins, right? For a muscle called the tibialis anterior. This is the muscle responsible for lifting your foot up on the backswing of your run, yeah? So as you pull your foot through, that muscle derives that whole action. Okay, most of the time, again, it's just so tight, or maybe it's just so weak. Yeah, can't really do that. So that's sometimes why we end up rolling our ankle all the time. All right, so here we are, stretching it out, taking a breath, trying to think about anything else because it's intense. Yeah, so take a breath. As we exhale, let's slowly get out of there. Relax for a second, take our block away. And now, let's get into a gorgeous stretch for our calves. Alright, so best way I know how to do that is to get all the way up into a down dog. Press your hips up to the ceiling, and then we're just going to walk the dog. Alright, so one heel at a time presses down, filling that stretch right through the entire line of your back leg, but mostly in the calves, so really focus on that heel. When you're ready, slowly press the other heel down. Trying to feel the calf, the Achilles, the back line of the leg. And then just slowly working through that. Working through just as much as you can tolerate today. Really try to keep those arches lifted, not collapsing in when you press that heel down. That way we just get through the right fibers and tissues that we want. Alright, a couple more. We keep pressing the floor away, keep pushing that tailbone up to the ceiling as much as we can. Beautiful work team. Alright, drop the knees back down. Take a breath, and then let's just swing back into a child's pose for just a second. Relax there. Take a breath. Alright, when you're ready, let's slowly lift ourselves up and lay down. Nice and slowly. Holding onto the back of our legs, rolling down through our spine, nice and slow. The next part of that chain is the hamstrings, yeah? So let's lace our fingers behind our knee and work through the hamstring and our sciatic nerve. Alright, so take a breath, extend your leg as much as you can, flex the toes down to your face, really try to feel how that really activates your sciatic nerve and starts to really infiltrate all of those muscles down the back leg. Alright, take a breath. As you exhale slowly, come back in. Let's try that one more time in this position. Extending the leg, pulling in as close as we can to feel the back of the leg and the thigh first. Flex the toe to feel that sciatic nerve start to creep up and infiltrate those muscles. Pull in as close as you can for 3, 2, and 1, and then relax back down. Right, now we're going to try a slightly different angle. So if you can, take your knee, kind of point it towards your opposite shoulder, and then try that again. Right, really ground down the sit bones, extend your leg, flex the toe down to your face, and then almost twist it like you've rolled your ankle. And not only will you feel the sciatic nerve, but you might feel the sideline of your leg or some of the piriformis. All right, so take a breath here. Try to relax. And then slowly bend that leg back down. This time you take your knee over towards the same shoulder, a bit more out towards the armpit, and then extend up just a little bit further. Flex the toe down towards the face. Really turn out the foot if you can. And then slowly relax back down. Well done, team. Let's try that whole section on the other side. See how the other leg feels. Now, team, it is totally normal to feel one leg and then go to the other leg and go, wow, that doesn't feel the same at all. Okay, so really just be mindful as you move through these positions. Taking big, deep breaths to do so. Because we're working through the nerves, it's very easy to sort of jack our breathing up and get real tense. Try just relax. The best thing you can do is relax and tell your nervous system that you're fine. Well done, team. Right now, take your knee towards that opposite shoulder, extend away, flex the foot down to your face, almost roll the sole of the ankle towards the back wall. It's a lot. Yeah, take a breath again, big and deep. And as you exhale, let's relax. And relax the leg. Well done. All right, pull that leg towards the armpit, just off the center line, and then extend out. Flex the foot, turn out the foot again. Hold that for 3, big breath, 2, and 1. Come back down. Beautiful. All right, pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a wee cuddle there first a bit. And then let's work our way into a figure 4. All right, so cross one of your feet over the top of your knee. Hold onto the back of your leg and then press your elbow into your thigh. Pulling that knee in towards your chest. Try to feel the stretch in your glute med, yeah, the one that's out to the side. Really flex that foot to stabilize the pelvis. Rock the leg that you're holding onto side to side, just to see if you can articulate through some of those fibers on the side of your hip. Now, if you want that a little bit more, you can lace your fingers over the top of your shin and then pull your knee in towards your chest. See how that feels, yeah? Gently rock side to side again. Really remember here to keep pressing the tailbone down. So if the tailbone lifts like mine is right now, all you do is exhale and imprint that lower spine down. Really drive the knee out to do so. Enjoy that glute stretch. All right, well done, team. Let's relax and try the other leg. All right, so flex the foot over the other knee. Place your fingers behind the other leg. Press your elbow into your side knee and then pull that leg towards your chest. Again, just doing the variations that suit you the best. So if rocking isn't fun for you, you don't like it, then just stay in that position, or vice versa. As you exhale, pull in just a little bit closer. And try that extension if you want to, yeah? So lace the fingers over the top of the shin bone, pull the knee in towards the chest, and then focus on really imprinting the lower spine, pressing the tailbone down to the floor very evenly. Ready? Bring your knees into your chest again, give yourself another wee cuddle, and then we're going to roll all the way up and go into some 90-90s, all right? One of my favourite movements for our hips, especially to open up both sides. So we're getting a really good internal rotation stretch here and a real good external rotation stretch here, all right? So when you're ready, if you can, once you've got your 90-degree angles, turn your shoulders towards that shin bone, extend your fingers up in front of your knee and your ankle, just a little bit. Okay, try and remain as square as possible, so really press off your side that's closest to your knee, and then slowly press your chest forward over that shin. And what you should do is feel that stretch right through your glute almost immediately, okay? If you don't, really try to extend the spine right from the tip of the tailbone and the crown of your head. As you exhale, try to lift back up, open the chest up again, and then slowly hinge back down again. With the fingertips on the floor here, just slowly try to hunt left and right, pulling opposite shoulder towards opposite knee, and then pulling the other shoulder towards the ankle. See how that feels. Really be quite playful and exploratory with this. It's the only way to think of it, hey? Otherwise it'll all just be painful. Alright, take a breath here, team. Let's stop in the middle. As you exhale, really lift up. And let's see if we can try with our hands. Okay, so pop your hands out to the side. Make some fists if you need to radiate some tension. And then slowly press your chest forward. Get to that spot where you really start to feel the glute really switch on. Press the knee down into the floor if you're struggling to stay there. Pop one hand down. And then keep on going for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale to lift. Good job, guys. Yeah. If you are cramping on this side, don't you worry. It's just a little bit of weakness leaving that hip. A lot of people do not like to be in internal rotation here. Okay? So when we flip over to the other side, you're going to get some relief through that area, but also probably going to get the same feeling on that side too. The more we get into this position, the better it's going to feel. The better your running is going to feel too. Okay? So when you're ready, fingertips, reset yourself outside of your ankle and your knee. Open your chest, take a breath, and then press your chest forward and feel that stretch through our glute, through our external rotators of that front leg. Maybe you're lucky enough to feel something through the side as well. When you're ready, exhale and lift back up. One more time, big proud chest. Remember to keep that spine nice and neutral, but also extended, yeah? So think about someone pulling your ponytail right across the room and pulling your tailbone in the opposite direction. When you're ready, press the floor away, lift yourself up, and let's try this bad boy with no hands, yeah? So hold on as hard as you can, make some tension, and then slowly hinge forward. Again, if you need to, pop the hand down. When it gets just a little bit hard, reach forward for the last 3, 2, 1. Really try to come up with no hands and use your exhale. Well done, guys. All right, let's take our legs in front of us, give ourselves a little shake. It's enough for the glutes, yeah? Then when you're ready, we're going to go into some pigeons, okay? So when you're ready, extend your back leg out again, nice and tall and long. Pull your front foot in as close as you can to your thigh, and then roll that hip over. And we should feel a very gentle stretch compared to what we've just done through the side of our leg. Now really just rock through the hips here. You should feel something really nice, really gentle, really relaxing. Now if you do want a little bit more, you're finding this is too relaxing, then you can take your foot out from your crotch just a little bit, okay? And then roll that hip over. I'd say no more than 45 degrees, just because you really don't want to start feeling things in the outside of the knee or the inside of the knee either. All right, we want to focus on feeling the hip and just that side line, perhaps IT band and some external rotators. All right, take a breath, team. As you exhale, press the exposed hip towards the floor for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Push your foot away, and let's try that all on the other side. Other foot comes forward, extend the back leg long. Remember how much angle you had on the other side. Try to do the same this one. And then really rotate through the hip. Focus on getting that stretch right in your glute and that sideline of your leg. If it starts to feel funny around your knee, just close that angle down, yeah? Big breaths here. Try to relax. Really extend that spine. And for the last couple of seconds, let's press the exposed hip down to the floor for 3, 2, 1. Okay, when you're ready, let's press back. And now, we're going to go into our hip flexor stretches. Okay, alright, so when you're ready, let's come to a kneeling 90 degree angle. So 90 degrees with the front leg, 90 degrees with the back leg, tuck the back toe. From here, just take your front foot out to the side of the mat so you widen your base of support, so you don't fall over. Okay, tuck your pelvis, tilt the pelvis back, thumbs to shoulders, and then extend away from your hip flexor, over to the side, really keeping your hands in line with your hips. Alright, take a big breath in, find the floor if you can. So close. And then find the ceiling, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, slowly return to neutral. Unlock the pelvis, give yourself a second there, reset, and then go again. Big breath in, extending away. Really breathe into those ribs here. And as you exhale, come back. Nice and slowly, yeah, when you're ready, one more time. Pressing that hip forward and extending directly to the side. right, slowly get yourself out of there. And now we get to go into a couch stretch, all right? So if you want to, you can pop your block or your pillow underneath your knee. Go back into that lovely position we were just in. And then press into your front foot, lift your back foot up, hold on to it, and then slowly hinge back with that tilted pelvis. Now we should feel something through the quad. All right, if you're really struggling here to lift up your leg from the floor, then go over to the wall and just pop it up against the wall, okay? It's the best thing. Or a chair, or a couch, or anything you have around you, all right? But from here, to really get that stretch into your quad, focus on squeezing the back glute, tipping the pelvis back, and then lengthening up through the spine as much as you can. Couple breaths here, team. As you exhale, focus on contracting and pulling that heel just a little bit closer for the last 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, let that go, and then let's try that on the other side. All right, so first things first, we have our hip flexor, side leans, okay? So come to that 90-degree lunge first, tuck the back glute, squeeze it super hard, then when you're ready, let's slowly extend over to the side. Remember to reach away from your hip flexor, really contract the back glute, tip the pelvis back, and remember to reach your hands along the line of your hips. All right, big breath here. Try and find the floor. As you exhale, come back. Nice and slowly, untuck the pelvis, reset again, and then go for it. As you breathe in, really think about expanding into those ribs so you can create some more space through your torso. As you exhale, slowly come back. Let's try one more time. Yeah, big breath in, squeeze and extend. Beautiful. Exhale, slowly come back. Very nice, okay? And now we have our couch stretch. So, pillow, block, whatever you've got, pop it underneath your knee, reset, and then when you're ready, press into the front foot, lift the back leg up, and then from here, tilt that pelvis back, squeezing the glute, lifting the chest, really trying to find that quad and stretch it. Yeah, take a big breath here. As you exhale, team, relax. Remember, if you're finding this hard, just find yourself a wall or a couch or a chair. Start with your knee a little bit further away from the wall and then slowly work yourself in closer. It'll be harder the closer your knee is to the wall, okay? Big breath here, team. As we exhale, pull that glute and heel just a little bit closer, but keep tipping the pelvis back for 3, 2, and 1. Hey, yeah. Enough of that, yeah? Come on out of there. Let's pop that block or pillow away, and then now from here, we're going to go into a kneeling hamstring stretch, okay? So just pop one of your legs in front of you, nice and straight. Hands or fingertips come outside of each side of that leg. We're going to soften the knee a little bit to start with, all right? Take a breath. And as you exhale, slowly extend the leg as much as you can, really trying to press your belly button down to your thigh and feel that stretch right through the back of the leg. Now this should feel a lot better than usual because we've spent a lot of time opening up everything right from the ground up, yeah? So do take some time and find some space that we haven't been in before. So wag your tail left and right, really press the pelvic floor down towards the thigh. Extend the spine in each direction. And as you exhale, let's slowly turn ourselves forward, leaving our legs out to the side so that we can go into some groin rocks, okay? Tuck the back toe, take a breath, keep the side of the foot on the floor, and we're slowly going to hinge back to try and feel a lovely stretch on the inner line of our leg. All right, take a breath here, team. As you exhale, press forward, over the hands again. Now, if you want a little bit more through that leg, open the knee out just a little bit further, and then send the hips back again one more time. I definitely feel the inner line of my leg right there, yeah? Again, just really extend out of your spine in each direction, and you'll feel a lot more. All right, last one. Let's try and do something slightly different. Turn your toe up to the ceiling, hinge back onto the floor, and really try to feel a different line of your inner leg. Exhale, relax. And let's press forward and try that on the other side. All right, so our other foot comes out to the side first, and then we'll go into our kneeling hamstring on the other side. All right, so big breath in, side of the foot is on the floor. We tuck that back toe, push our butt cheeks back, find the stretch in our inner thigh. slowly come back. When you're ready, take a breath, open or close the leg as much as you'd like, and then hinge back again, same position. Try to really feel all of those in line of the legs. Press forward. Now something slightly different. Pivot on the toes, send the big toe up to the ceiling, but still extend the spine and feel something slightly different through that inner leg. As we exhale, press forward. First thing we do is move that knee back, lift our chest up, turn ourselves to the side, and then make sure that we can just hinge over that leg again, alright? Soften your knee again if you need to, and then just hinge back and forth, really hunt around, and hopefully it does feel just as good as the other side. As we exhale, really try to fold over your leg, but press your belly button down and extend that spine. Alright, when you're ready, take that leg behind you, slowly have a seat on the floor, and then let's slowly work into some spinal twists. So roll down onto the floor, bring your knees into your chest, and let's work through some open books. Okay, so when you're ready, extend one of your legs nice and long, take the other leg to 90 degrees, slowly pull that leg across your body, try and tack it to the floor. If that's not comfortable, then you can prop it up on a pillow. Opposite hand comes on top for support, reach towards the back of the room, take a breath, and then open into a gorgeous twist by drawing a semicircle through the sky. When you land where you do, press your knee into the floor, press your shoulder down as well. And as you exhale, just relax and really enjoy that gorgeous twist right through your spine. Exhale to come all the way back home. And one more time, big breath in, extend and reach, up and over, and relax. I love the stretch, it's one of my favourites. Alright, so to really take a breath here, feel like you're expanding in your belly. And as you exhale, deflate and find that extra little bit of range. Well done. Close the book of you, and then let's try that on the other side. Alright, so bring the other knee into your chest, extend that leg that we just twisted with, and then hold on to your knee at 90 degrees. Take it across your body, tack that opposite knee to the floor, or again, if you need a prop, by all means, go for it. Extend, and when you're ready, semicircle through the sky, plant that knee into whatever you're planting it into. Press your shoulder into the floor as well, and just relax into your twist. Exhale, close the book. And when you're ready, let's try one more. Big breath in, really extending away from yourself this time. Open up and relax into your open book position. Alright, really enjoy that twist through the middle. Take your last breath here. And as you exhale, close it up. Make yourself into a little ball. Pull both knees into the chest. Give yourself a cuddle. And then what we're going to do is roll on up and roll over onto our tummy. Alright, when you're ready, hands come down and then beside into a nice T shape. Alright, bend one leg, lift your knee, slowly take your fingertips and your toes together. Alright, or as close as they can. When you're ready, take a breath and then press your chest down to the floor. Alright, feel again a different type of spinal stretch and a big twist through it. When you're ready, team, slowly come back to your belly. Let's try one more. This side, bend, lift, send the big toes towards the fingers, and then just relax, pressing the chest towards the floor. Again, you're going to feel things slightly different on each side. Yeah, left and right are never completely symmetrical, but we can always try to get in there. As you exhale, slowly come back. Hands come in line with our eyes, forehead down on the floor, take a breath, squeeze those glutes, and then let's go up into a little bit of extension. Okay, so tuck your elbows underneath your shoulders, palms press into the floor, open your collarbones nice and wide, take a big breath, and find yourself in a sphinx. Alright, from here, we're going to press the floor away and try and open up to a little bit more of an extended position. So squeeze the glutes, keep the back of the neck nice and long. As you extend your elbows, think about sliding your shoulder blades down your spine, open your collars, And as you exhale, come on down. Take your hands underneath your shoulders this time. And let's go up a little higher with that exercise, right? So squeeze your glutes, lift yourself up, keep your elbows soft, but keep your hip bones stuck to the floor. All right, from here, extend, and then slowly start to extend those elbows, pull the shoulders back, take a breath, feel that stretch through the front of our body. And as we exhale, slowly come all the way back down, and then let's press back to a child's pose. Sit your heels back down onto your ankles, forehead on the floor. Just relaxing here. And from here, we're slowly come up to all fours, tuck our toes, send our hips high again into that down dog. Just to recheck and see how those legs feel. And my goodness, they feel so much better than when we started. All right, so just a few more, pressing your heels down, feeling the length through the entire line of our back body, which feels so nice. When you're ready, team, let's walk our feet towards our hands. Soften your knees if you need to in nice small steps, so you can feel those hammies and the calves and everything up the back chain of the body. From here, take your feet underneath your hips, relax your head, and work your way into a forward fold. Cup the elbows if it feels good. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, let go of those elbows. Slowly start to stack yourself back right from your lower spine, through the pelvis, through the ribs, through the thoracic spine, through the shoulders, through the neck, through the head, and ta-da! That was your special stretch for runners. I hope you guys are feeling ready to hit the pavement. I sure am. Even though I don't like running and I'm not very good at it, I'll do it for you. Thank you guys so much for joining me.